The National Restaurant Association's Restaurant Performance Index in September was 101.4, a slight decline of 0.1%. Restaurant operators reported some moderation in same-store sales and traffic conditions, and they definitely have grown much more cautious about business conditions 6 months out. But from the perspective of capital expenditures, restaurant operators did report 62% that they plan to make a capital expenditure over the next 6 months, and 66% report that they actually did make a capital expenditure over the past 3 months. And both of those levels are up from prior months. Regarding restaurant industry employment in September, the industry continued to add jobs, another 20,700. So far over the past year, restaurant industry employment growth has come in at a solid 3.2% versus 2% for the overall national economy. And in addition, the industry has added roughly about 350,000 jobs over the past year, and that equates to about 950 positions each and every day on a net basis. So the industry continues to post solid employment gains. Regarding wholesale food price inflation, September actually ratcheted down a bit. So far this year, on a year-to-date basis through September, wholesale food price inflation is actually running at a negative 0.9%. However, some of the actual levels of commodity prices are sustained. For example, in last year, wholesale food price inflation ran at a hefty 5.5%. So it is definitely a much better environment overall compared to this time last year. But for example, certain commodity groups, eggs in excess of 40%, beef still up 10%. Contrasting that, certain commodity groups are down, such as pork 24%, cheese 15%. Now, how that translates into menu price increases from a CPI perspective for food away from home, restaurant menu prices are now running at a 2.9% year-to-date basis. A lot of that increase is labor-related driven. And compare that to grocery store price inflation running at 1.5%. And in comparison, the overall consumer price index is now at 0. In other words, no inflation. So in sum, the Restaurant Performance Index in September, 101.4, a slight decline of 0.1%. Restaurant industry employment up by 20,700. Wholesale food price inflation running at a negative 0.9%. And restaurant menu prices up by 2.9% year-to-date. And don't forget, for additional information, to visit our website, restaurant.org. Thank you.